have, and they are rejecting it. They don't want it. So if that's not you, cool. But if you're going to be dating, you need to know what the dating market is, because if you want to date age appropriate, it may be difficult to find a Generation X man to date because of the market. This is why I'm starting to see, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there's a trend, especially with women of a higher socioeconomic status in their 40s, they're tending to start dating young men. Have you noticed that?
I have.
And why is it? Because they cannot date men on the same socioeconomic status in the same age range. So they got to date down. So anyway, okay, good conversation. I hope it works out for you. Certainly do. You know, I think it's interesting that we are just, so many people today just seem to, I don't know, women are just like resistant to, they're all special snowflakes. That's another thing I want to talk about. Me, the me generation. One of the things that is so frustrating with women today, men are so frustrated with the fact that you're all special. No one can say anything. It always depends. There's no box. Women don't want to be categorized. You can't speak for one of the biggest things I hear from my female critics and detractors is you lump all women into this or that. I got news for you. You are all this or that. You fit in a box somewhere. And it is time out for women over 40 in particular to stop thinking you're all special snowflakes. You are more alike than you are different. But I want you to go back to the show I did on Friday and show that was what was happening. And why do women, I think, want to do that? It's because if they can do that, they can actually ask for higher price. They can ask for more. I mean, it's wise. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Kevin. Hi.
Hi, Karma, you didn't say hello.
Hello.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay. A little bit too young for this one.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am well. So we're talking about self-love and modern women. But have you guys watched the broadcast from the beginning?
Not from the beginning. I tuned in maybe 15 minutes ago.
All right. Did you have a question or anything that you wanted to ask? Because I did something on YouTube first.
Okay.
Is there something you wanted to ask?
There's a lot of stuff that I feel like I agree with. I feel like it's a lot of stuff that I feel like we can work on as modern women. And I just really wanted to tune in on the conversation of whatever you had going on tonight.
Okay. Okay, let me bring some other folks in. Because, go ahead.
Okay. I thought you were going to hang up.
Well, you don't have a question.
No, I mean, we want to talk about.
So this is the question. So we're 30-year-old. So I'm 30.
I'm 29.
I just turned 30 this year, and I hear you talk a lot about, from the time that I was, that I did chime in, I hear you talk a lot about women our age, or I understand we depreciate, but I feel like the generation that we live in currently, when it comes to men our age, I feel like the generation has twisted so drastically from the 90s when I was growing up, that it's a lot harder for women to get these kind of guys. Because
Get what kind of guys?
Mm-hmm. I feel like
Get what kind of guys we're talking about?
I feel like I'm talking about a kind of guy that just earns an honest living, not a drug dealer type of guy. Somebody that wants more for themselves, that sees more for themselves. Because as far as me, I'm not in the position that I would have hoped I would be in at 29, but I still see more for myself.
Okay,
And
so I'm trying to narrow it down to have a better conversation. What kind of men are we talking about? Do either one of you had kids?
I have a child.
I won't have.
You do? Both of you have kids?
No, I don't. She does.
I have
So,
one.
to the woman without children, what kind of man are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about a man that, you know, has an honest living, makes, you know, 75 or 1,000 a year, can provide for himself.
$75,000 to $100,000 a year?
I'm sorry.
You said 75,000 to 100,000. Is that what you said?
Yeah. You know, not and even not just hard work. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's not
What
about.
state are you in? What state are you in?
We're in Ohio. We're in Ohio.
What kind of you're 29, the woman without children, or you 30?
I'm 30. I just turned
Okay,
30.
for the woman without children, what kind of professions would a man, what kind of job titles would a man need to have to make $75,000 to $100,000 a year?
He can be like an accountant, a bank manager.
Bank manager?
Yeah.
Okay, what's some other ones?
He can work in IT.
Mhm.
Nurse
Do
in
what?
the medical field. In the medical field.
Okay. Ohio, the Midwest. Why do you need? What percentage of men make $100,000?
In Ohio.
No, period. No, just the same. Just naming it. It's the same nationwide.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
What's the percentage of men to make $100,000 or more? It's the same percentage nationwide.
I'm not sure.
Just guess.
And just nationwide or in Ohio.
Nationwide. That's the number we use.
Men.
40%?
Yeah, 60.
40?
60% of men make 40 to 60% of men earn $100,000 or more. So that means if you walk out on the streets, 4 or 6 out of 10 men earn 6 figures.
Yeah, no, I guess.
I mean, yeah, maybe not.